Okay, now we go for the book. All right, so we already discussed about the Bala Indriya. Remember, all these are power, okay? Power to meditation. Now, when you compare this, the Bala, and compare the Bojjhaṅga, you do see them together, right? You see the Sati also here. You see the Viriya is also here. You see the Samadhi also here. And Panya is here. So when you see the things again, it means that they are important, very important for helping you in meditation. Okay, so now to make it interesting, I actually open this is because easy for me to type. Okay, now easy for me to explain. Now it's a Bojjhaṅga from two words. Bodhi, bodhi means enlightenment. Anga, right? So normally we call it the factors of enlightenment. Okay, now, right now is when you learn the Pali, you also need to be English. Okay, we start with the Sister Chai Hun. Can you give me the meaning of sati?
Mindfulness.
Okay. Dhamma Vijaya.
Investigation of the Dhamma.
Okay. Okay, Viriya.
Effort.
Right. Is there any alternate translation to Viriya? Hmm?
Not sure. Cannot think.
Energy, yeah, effort.
Okay.
Okay. PD is?
Happiness.
No.
Joy.
Check your fundamental Abhidhamma. You have the book with you, right? Okay. Right. Okay, Thomas, is there another translation beside joy?
Sukha?
No, sukha is happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Joy.
So what is
I don't
others?
know. No, I don't know.
Rapture. Okay.
Ah.
All right. Like okay. Now, Shilin, what's the translation for pasadi? Check the book. Yeah. Okay. I hope you all have the book with you, no? You should open the book. Right. Shilin?
Remember, right now I'm trying to open the book.
Okay. So, okay. So while she looking for this one, Brother Yap, what's the translation for samadhi?
Samadhi is concentration.
Okay. All right.
Saji,
Shilin? Yes.
I think the pasadi is tranquility, is it?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Upeka will be Sister Guat Ngo.
Neutral.
Okay, not neutral. Here is equanimity, right? In Bojjhaṅga, we don't use the word neutral. Neutral normally refer to feeling, but we don't use it here. So it's something for you to remember, okay? Not used here, right? So you got this. So, okay. Now, Bojjhaṅga and Samma Bojjhaṅga has the same meaning, all right? Samma Bojjhaṅga. So you see the book there, this one. Okay. Some Bojjhaṅga. They put this one, all right. But actually you can put the N with the nowhere with the dot above. All right. So this one no dot. Okay. Samma Bojjhaṅga. So Dhamma Vijaya Bojjhaṅga, Viriya Bojjhaṅga, Piti Bojjhaṅga, Samadhi Bojjhaṅga, Pasadi Bojjhaṅga, Samadhi Bojjhaṅga, Upeka Bojjhaṅga. Now, Paramata Dhamma means that you have to match this one with the Cetasika, 52 Cetasika. So Sati will be Sati, mindfulness. Dhamma Vijaya will be What is Dhamma Vijaya? I will call the name. Sister Chong Pat Lan. What is Dhamma Vijaya in the Cetasika?
No, I can't tell. Can't tell.
Okay. It's a Panya Indriya. Okay. Panya Indriya means it's a amoha. Means a wisdom. All right. Now, Viriya will be Viriya. Piti will be Piti. All right. So it's same. Okay. Samadhi will be, what is Samadhi? We go for Samadhi. Sister, go. What is the Samadhi we have 52 Cetasika. So this one will be, yes,
Ekagata.
okay, Ekagata. So Upeka will be, for those brotherly. Do you know? When we study the Cetasika, which one is the Upeka?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, right. So when we come to this book, you see, Upeka refer to equanimity mental state. This book didn't mention much. Okay, that's all. So when we check other book, Bhikkhu Bodhi book, right? So that's how we get more information from different books. Okay, now, among the 7 factors of enlightenment, there's a Bhikkhu Bodhi book, Investigation of States, Dhamma Vicaya. Now you can see here, translation is investigation of states for the word Dhamma. Right, so we can do it investigate states or states. Right? It's a destination for wisdom, panya, insight into mental and material phenomena as they really are. So it's important. So I will copy here. There's a meaning here. Tranquility means this one. All right. This one we see in Cetasika. Tranquility of both consciousness and mental body. All right. For this one, I need to refer back to the Cetasika. So I hope you all still have this with you all. Now, Cetasika, we have 52. Remember, we have the first one is the universal, okay, with the contact, feeling, and so on. And then the Vitaka, Vichara, Adhimokkha, and so on. And then the unwholesome, and then the wholesome, okay. Of course, Pasadi will be wholesome. Pasadi will be under this one, okay. Tranquility of mental group. Remember, we say kaya is not the body here. Kaya means a group here, mental body. And then tranquility of consciousness, chitta. So that means that this refer to chitta, and then this will be more on the cetasika. Means that anyway, it refer to these 2 cetasika. So there's this one. So this one. Samadhi is ekagata. Now, how about upekha? Right? So when we study the cetasika again, so where is the upekha? Can anybody find it?
Tatra,
Tatra, Majja. This one, okay? Tatra, Majja, Tata. So this one. All right. So here it translates as neutrality. Okay. But in Bojjhaṅga, we don't use the word neutrality. We use the upekha because it's a upekha sambojjhaṅga. But the meaning is actually here we translate equanimity. But here ultimate reality is this tatra majatata, middleness in there. Now, if we look at this, it's important to know this because this is a factor leading to enlightenment. So when I just now look at this comprehensive Abhidhamma, it actually has this handbook of Abhidhamma. It tells us lots of information. Okay, so Okay, so somebody will read. Okay, Thomas, you can read this one. Thomas?
Bojjhaṅgas. And the next group is the Bojjhaṅgas. They are all familiar states. There are 7 Bojjhaṅgas. The word Bojjhaṅga is a combination of 2 words. The 2 words are Bodhi and Anga. Bodhi is explained as meaning one who knows or one who has enlightenment. It is also explained as a group of mental states that help one get enlightenment or that are instrumental in achieving enlightenment. So they are all called factors of enlightenment because Anga means constituents or parts. As you know, there are 7 factors of enlightenment. The first one is Sati Sambojjhaṅga. The individual factors are called Sambojjhaṅgas. The prefix Sam is added there. So we have Sati Sambojjhaṅga, Dhammavijaya Sambojjhaṅga, and so on. Bojjhaṅga and Sambojjhaṅga actually are the same. The prefix may be for the intensification of the root. For practical purposes, Bojjhaṅga and Sambojjhaṅga are the same. The first one is Sati Sambojjhaṅga. It means Sati, which is a factor of enlightenment, or actually, which is a factor that leads to enlightenment. The first one has already been mentioned at the 4 foundations of mindfulness, and here it is mentioned as a factor of enlightenment. Again, it will be mentioned as a factor of path. The second one is Dhammavicaya Sambojjhaṅga. Here, Dhamma means what? Dhamma means Dhamma. These Sambojjhaṅgas are explained in the commentary as those that accompany Vipassana. Sati and others that arise during Vipassana are called Sambojjhaṅga. Dhamma here means what? It must be the object of Vipassana. What are the objects of Vipassana? The objects of Vipassana are mundane chittas, cetasikas, and rupa. Vipassana does not take supramundane as object. Why? Vipassana tries to see impermanent nature, suffering nature, and soulless nature of things. You cannot practice Vipassana on Nibbana. Dhamma here means 5 aggregates of clinging. Vijaya is translated as investigation, thinking about it. So it is something like investigation. Here, Dhammavicaya means not just investigation, but understanding. Understanding of the 5 aggregates of clinging. That is Dhammavicaya. Dhammavicaya is described as Panya, accompanying Vipassana. You practice Vipassana and you see things clearly. See means you see in your mind matter clearly, mind clearly. Mind and matter arising and disappearing. You see that there are only mind and matter arising and disappearing, and that there is nothing more like atta, and so on. When you see it in this way, you are said to have this Dhammavicaya Sambojjhaṅga. You have understanding of the Dhammas. You are understanding the 5 aggregates of clinging. Although it is translated as investigation, although the Pali word is vichaya, here we mean understanding, not just thinking of it, not just investigating it. In the note, it says...
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Okay, it's okay. We stop here. Okay, so we go back to the first one. This is a Satipatthana. We already, I think, in the previous chapter, previous section, we studied this Satipatthana, right? So, so this one, okay. So just so this one refer to Satipatthana. Okay, cannot. Okay, for foundation of mindfulness. Okay, now you can see the word Dhamma, which is explained just now as a 5 aggregate, right? So I think the whole sentence, there's only one important sentence here. Let me go through. Okay, this one. Understanding this one. Okay, so Dhamma Mijaya means understanding of 5 aggregates of clinging. This means that is Nama Rupa. So it's actually is the wisdom accompanied with vipassana. All right. So it just now means that when we practice vipassana, we are our object will be on the worldly things. That's on the 5 aggregates, not on the nibbana. Okay. So that's a important point here. All right. So and by this one you link with the previous paragraphs. So when we study, you always have to think about what you studied before. So previously we learned about satipatthana. So now we see here. Okay. Yeah. And then this is on the vipassana point about panya. Okay. Now viriya, all right? So viriya. Okay, so okay, so somebody will lead this viriya, all right? Subang, you can read this one. Viriya.
The third one is Virya Sambojjhaṅga, effort or energy. It is effort or energy which is neither too much nor too little, because it is not balanced. If it is too much or too little, it will not serve as Sambojjhaṅga. If it is too much, it will serve as a cause for agitation, and if it is too little, it will serve as a cause for laziness. Virya Sambojjhaṅga means virya, or effort, which is strong, but it is not too much or too little. The next one.
Yes. Okay.
The next one is Piti Sambojjhaṅga, joy or zest. Piti, which arises during the practice of meditation, is called Piti Sambojjhaṅga. It is not the piti which arises when you see something you like. It is the piti which arises in regard to Dhamma. It is the piti which arises during meditation. Many of you have experienced piti or piti sambojjhaṅga during the practice of meditation.
Okay, thank you. All right, just how you say this one must be balanced. Okay. Not too much or too little. Not too much, too little. Now this piti is to do with Dhamma or to do with meditation, not the things normal piti, the one like you get excited or get joy when you see somebody or see something you like. All right, so it's to do with Dhamma or during the meditation. So that's a piti. So sometimes we translate with the word joy, sometimes we translate with the word lecture. Now on the viriya, remember previously we studied the 4 Sama Padana. We can put here also. So that's how we link with the previous section that we learned before. Okay. Next one will be Pasadi. Okay. Now Pasadi is tranquility. Okay. I think this is okay. Next person, Brotherly.
Then there is Pasadi Sambojjhaṅga. There are two kinds of Pasadi, Kaya Pasadi and Chitta Pasadi, tranquility of mental factors and tranquility of consciousness. Kaya Pasadi means tranquility of Cetasikas. Chitta Pasadi means tranquility of Chitta. This tranquility is also Sambojjhaṅga when it arises in a person who is practicing Vipassana meditation. Passaddhi means both tranquility of consciousness and the mental body.
Okay, thank you. So this one, remember, we all these are cetasika, all right? Viriya is cetasika, piti cetasika, tranquility. This is also this kaya means refer to the this is actually cetasika, and then tranquility of cetasika, and this is a tranquility of chitta. So refer to the always. Sometimes it's very helpful for you, or just to print out the this one, okay? The charts 52 cetasika. So you will see all these Dhamma things like just now the PT. Where is the PT? All right. Okay. Just now you see the this one, Viriya. All right. Viriya is under, when we refer to cetasika, is under occasionally. All right. Viriya, we see the PT. So these two. Okay. And then Sati is under the Sobana. Beautiful. Right. And then this is a wisdom here. Okay. So should always check again. Now, samadhi is ekagata, one-pointedness. So in reality, we call it one-pointedness. Okay, so samadhi. So let me go back to the book just now. Sometimes I have to open few documents. All right, samadhi. All right. Okay. Sister Shi In. Okay, you can read this samadhi.
Then there is Samadhi Sambojjhaṅga, concentration Sambojjhaṅga. When you practice Vipassana and your mind goes into the object, stays on the object, then you experience Samadhi Sambojjhaṅga. When you experience real Samadhi Sambojjhaṅga, there are no mental hindrance. All mental hindrance are subdued. Your mind is just on the object. It is not distracted to the other object. The mind hits the object again and again.
Okay, thank you. Now, when we say this samadhi, concentration, what's the meaning of concentration? Means the mind stay. That's main thing, all right? The stays means that is actually focused it. And another thing is all the mental hindrances are subdued. Okay. So what is the definition of samadhi? First, the mind stays on the object. The object is trying to meditate. And second is the hindrances. Normally we call it the five hindrances. So remember, we studied five hindrances before. Subdue. So there's a two key point of samadhi. When you have samadhi, you should be able to have these two. Your mind is focused on the object. So sometimes I use the word focus. Okay. Your mind is your five hindrances are not there. You don't have sleepiness. You don't have slow torpor. You don't have a sensual desire. You don't have a worry and doubts. All right. So this one. Next one is upeka. Sister Shimin, all right? Can read this one? Upeka.
Hello, can hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
The last one is Upeka Sambojjhaṅga. I have told you whenever
You have to speak a little bit louder. It's a little bit soft.
I have to tell you whenever you find the word Upeka to be careful. It may mean Vedana Upeka or neutrality Upeka. Here Upeka means mental neutrality, equanimity, Tatra Maja Tata. It is one of the universal beautiful Cetasikas, not neutral feeling. Here, Upeka does not mean indifferent or neutral feeling. It means mental neutrality, equanimity, It can be translated as equanimity, but we must understand it to mean mental neutrality, not falling to this side or that side, being in the middle. Tatra Maja Tata means to stand in the middle.
Okay, thank you. Now, the key point is this is a mental neutrality equanimity, and it's not a feeling, all right? Sometimes people thought this equanimity means it's not. So definitely it's not a neutral feeling, right? So it's just a neutrality or equanimity of the mind. So equanimity, mental equanimity. All right. So always which is actually is a cetasika. So from this one you should know is a cetasika is not a feeling. All right, it's not a feeling at all. Not feeling means it's not a vedana. Okay, so we finish it. Okay, now we have this 7. Now when we study this 7, how should we rate it? How do we practice it? All right. So of course we need to develop them. Do we need to develop one by one? Or is there any sequence? Or which one should we focus first? Right. So based on this one, okay, so we just have how many of you think that we should practice with sati first? Just raise your hand. So try to make it interesting for you all. Just put a raise your hand. You know how to do that signal already. Okay. All right. All right. How many do you think that we should? Okay, so Chai Hun say we should practice sati first. How many of you think that we should practice this one, Dhamma Vijaya? So can you raise a hand also? Okay, nobody. Okay. How many of you think that we should practice Viriya as the first one? Any answer? Okay, below these three, Sati, Dhamma Vijaya, Viriya. Thomas, do you think which one you should practice first?
I think we should practice sati all the time.
Okay, yes,
And
yes,
I think also we need virya all the time, because without virya can do
yes.
nothing. But
Okay,
with virya and sati, we should strive for Dhamma Vichaya.
okay. So you think
And
these three should practice all the time, right?
yes, and maybe later joy arises, piti,
Mm. Yes.
and uh, samadhi also
Samadhi and yeah,
arising later, and upeka arising
yes.
later.
Okay. Yeah, right. So I think you read the book before, right? So yeah, the answer actually is like this, okay? So now. Mm. Okay. There's also another reason. Uh, this one not mentioned here. I think this is the next one. So let's look at this one first. All right. There's also another reason we can see here. All right. Mindfulness is important because we have two groups here. You actually mentioned there are two groups here. So investigation energy just oppose the mental sluggishness, and then tranquility, concentration, and equanimity counteract mental excitation. Mindfulness assures that two groups occurs in balance, neither exciting the other. So that's one reason why mindfulness is important. So now, what is two group here, right? So it's actually talking about this mindfulness. Now, when we count this one, so I think so actually there are 7 of them. So let me try to. Okay, so there are how many? Okay, there are 7 of them. So when you have mindfulness, so there are seven items. Okay, 7 factors. So you have one is sati, and there are 2 groups, right? So which group is that? So Dhamma Vijaya, Viriya, and Piti is one group. So the other group will be Samadhi, Upeka, Pasadi, Samadhi, Upeka. Okay, Pasadi, Samadhi, Upeka. All right, so they are actually group. So if you calculate, it's very easy. Sati is number 1. So this is a 2, 3, and this is a 4. So this is a 5. This is a with 1D here. This is a 6. Okay, and 7. Okay, so they are trying to say there are 2 group here. So this is you have to break in between. Okay, 2 group here. So why is it 2 group? Because you need a sati to maintain this one, right? So that's a reason mentioned just now. Dhamma Vijaya, Viriya, and Piti opposed to the. So this one will reduce the mental sluggishness. Sluggishness means kind of like we call it laziness. So tranquility, concentration, equanimity. So they counter. So they will reduce the mental excitement. All right. So in fact, if we are talking about which one should we develop first, sati actually is the main one, because sati is supposed to be practiced all the time, and it actually kind of like balance the other factors in a good way. All right. Okay, can follow? So you can say 1 because there are 7 of them. So 1 and 2, 3, 4 is 1. 5 is 5, 6, 7 is 1 group. So you have 2 group here. So that's how we learn. All right. So the reason is mentioned here. Sati we should practice first, and then Dhamma Vijaya and Viriya is actually important because they reduce the mental sluggishness. And then actually when these are developed strongly, so then Pasadi, Samadhi, Upekha, they also will develop later. But the purpose of these 3, Pasadi, Samadhi, Upekha, is they reduce, counteract the mental excitation, means excitement, all right? Because when your mind excited, you need to calm down by tranquility. You need to focus one-pointedness concentration. And then you need to let go. Let go means having upekha, right? And when your mind is lazy, sluggishness, so at that time you need to investigate the Dhamma. So you need to put more wisdom. So when your mind is lazy, sluggishness, so you need to put in more effort. When your mind is lazy, sometimes lazy means your mind also not so happy with it. So you need to increase your joy, lecture. Right? So they are actually these together. So let's go back. Okay, now this is the first group, Dhamma Vijaya Viriya Piti. Okay. So when you have Dhamma Vijaya, this means a strong understanding. Your mind is very active. All right. So when you have lots of effort, there's also lots of activity. When you have joy, you are like jumping. Okay. So these 3 are opposed of mental sluggishness. They're also counter conducive. But the disadvantage is that they can make your mind too excited. All right, agitation. Okay. But can lead to agitation. So when your mind agitated too much, so of course you need to use the pasadi, samadhi, upekha. Right, so he mentioned later. So tranquility, pasadi, samadhi, upekha, concentration, equanimity, they are opposed to mental agitation. They are conducive to sluggishness. Right? If they let them arise without mindfulness, one group will take you to agitation, the other group will take you to sluggishness. So you need sati there. You put sati and it control them and put them in their respective places and will see they function properly in their respective area. Right? Okay. So when pasadi, samadhi, upeka are strong, yes, they are good because they can reduce the mental agitation. But one thing about not good, because when your mind has too much samadhi, too much pasadi, too much upeka, your mind tend to be too contented. Too contented. Sometimes your mind is like sluggish, not willing to work. Because let's say, for example, you have one-pointedness on your object. So you are very happy with the object. So you don't want to investigate the Dhamma. You don't want to see arising, passing away. You don't want to see anicca, dukkha, anatta. Or when you have tranquility, you just very enjoy this tranquilized state. Your mind is so calm and peaceful. So sooner or later, your mind is become more sluggish, means kind of like lazy, not willing to see more the Dhamma. Anyway, we have two groups here, and you definitely need the sati to balance them. So each group will not take over the other group. All right. So that's the purpose of sati. So that's why in the Bojjhaṅga, sati actually is the first one. Okay. But of course, when you have sati, you also need to have a sada, mindfulness. Because when we see this, we also see when you compare, okay, compare with the five faculty indriya, right? So in the indriya, you also got viriya, right? In the indriya, you also got the dhamma vicaya. In the indriya, you also got samadhi. So effort, mindfulness, concentration. So which one is lacking? So remember we have sada, viriya, viriya, sati, samadhi, uh, where's a panya, okay? Yeah. So when compared with the five indriya, sati is here, yes. Okay. The Bojjhaṅga has sati, five indriya also sati. The indriya got sada, which is not mentioned here. Then the indriya got the viriya, we also got viriya. Sati is here, samadhi is samadhi. Panya is dhamma vicaya. So actually you don't see the sada. All right. In the five indriya, we have sada in five indriya, but you don't see Bojjhaṅga you don't see the sada in the Bojjhaṅga. Do you notice that? Anybody? All right. So it's not to say the sada is not important, but actually the sada should be understood that before you practice the Bojjhaṅga, you should have sada in you already. Okay. So can follow this point? Okay. So this means that this is not here. The other, when we compare with the Indriya, everything is here except the sada. All right. Okay. Let's go for the next one. Okay, sati is always desired. Sati is always needed. Without sati, these mental factors will go wild. One will take you to sluggishness, another one will take you to agitation or mental excitation. You have to put the sati to control them. Sati is very important. This means that in the Bojjhaṅga, sati is the most important so far. So we already see this point already. All right. Okay, I think we finished with this one. All right, so before I move on to the next one, any question about the Bojjhaṅga? All right, any question before I move to the next one? So anyway, we need to know sati is mindfulness, dhamma vijaya, which translate investigate on dhamma, or investigate states. States means that these nama rupa. So normally we say insight means vipassana. Actually, this means that it's a vipassana to understand the five aggregates, or sometimes you need to understand it's just a nama rupa. Sorry, there's a keyboard. Viriya is balance, not too much, too little. We refer to the Samapadana before. Piti is joy, to do with Dhamma and meditation. Pasadi is tranquility. Two, one is to do with the tranquility or Cetasika, another one to the consciousness. You find in the 52 Cetasika. Samadhi is ekagata, means stays or focus on one object. And 5 hindrances are subdue. Upeka means it's not a neutral feeling. It's a trata majatata. Alright, so if no, we go for Maggaṅga. Alright, okay. Okay, it's a very short one here. Okay. Okay, now this one. Okay, so after finish this one, we can go for the next one already. So let's go for this one. All right, so we will ask one by one to translate to English. Okay, let's call those who never call. Okay, Brother King, please translate to English. Samadhi.
Right view or right understanding.
Right view, understanding. Yes, okay. Yes, next one. Brother King, yes.
Okay. This is the right thought.
Okay.
This one is the right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now after we learn this, beside this one, we sometimes they call it right thought, sometimes they translate as right intention. Some people also if you read some of the sutta, they use the word right intention. But I think right thought should be okay. All right. Speech, action, livelihood, effort. Okay, mindfulness, concentration. Now, Paramata Dhamma, you have to think in terms of Cetasika. Which Cetasika? Sister Vira, what is the Paramata Dhamma for Samadhi?
Diti.
Ditti? Ditti is wrong view.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Diti,
Forget.
right view. Can't remember.
Can't remember. Okay, you ask somebody to help. I call the name.
Right view. Wait. So
Ask somebody to help.
who wants to help me?
Okay. Who wants to help her? All right.
So the leave blank.
Okay, she want to leave blank. All right.
The
Okay, she will.
I
All right.
think
Next person. Okay, okay. I call the name. Okay, Sister Chai Hun, what is a Samadhi?
Wisdom.
Okay, yeah. Amoha. Okay, not the ditti. Ditti is a micha ditti. Micha ditti is a ditti cetasika. All right. Okay, now sama sankappa. I think this one we discussed before. Sister Ho, what is the sama sankappa in Paramata Dhamma cetasika?
Sama Sankappa. I thought is uh
Thinking, right? Thinking something. So it should be
Vitaka.
the true thinking the right true, is it?
okay. Just now somebody say what vitaka. All right, it's vitaka thoughts. Okay. Initial. Sometimes we call it initial application. Sometimes we call it thoughts. Okay, now right speech, action, livelihood is same. All right. So these three belong to one group of cetasika. So anybody, brotherly, can you remember? These three are belong to one cetasika. The name of the cetasika, three of them. Brotherly? Or I think you all forget your Cetasika already.
Vichati.
Not Vichati.
No.
No. We start with V.
Virati. Virati.
Yes, Virati. Extendants, okay? We have three of them. So that's why you all should actually print out this, okay? Just paste on the wall, Virati, all right? Speech action livelihood, this one, okay? Okay, same. So these are same. So as an Abhidhamma student, you should not forget this one. If you forget it, then people say you don't study properly or your teacher is not good lah. Okay, sati is sati. Okay, samadhi is we learned before, right? So it's a ekagata. So this how you learn. You learn the first is under Maggaṅga. All right, first Magga plus Sam Enga. This is a Enga means. So normally we translate as a noble eightfold path, but he's a quite path factor. Okay. So there are how many? 8 of them. So amoha, vitaka, virati, sati, ekagata. All right. So actually, if you calculate, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there are 8 of them, all are Cetasika. Okay, I think this no information. All right, of the 8 factors of the noble, eightfold path, right view, samadhi, is a Cetasika of wisdom. Now, this is important. Understand the Four Noble Truths. Okay. So when we say this one, what's the purpose of this one? What does it do? It understand because this is a noble eightfold path. Okay. You will see the noble eightfold path, which is under the fourth noble truth. So that's why the purpose of this is to understand the noble truth. Okay. Now, Sama Sankappa, right now, you can see here use the word intention. Okay. It's a Tetzakasika direct to the. So, did we have 3 this one? Yeah, so Bhikkhu Bodhi used the word intention. Yeah, okay. Then I just put it here. But I think like thoughts is actually better. So it's actually Vitaka directs to the renunciation, good view, and harmlessness. So this one is under the 10, I think it's what? Under the 10 kusala, all right? Nekama, Abhyapada, and then this one, Ahinsaka.
Daiji, sorry. The right effort there, right? It's not virati, right?
Right effort. Where is the right effort? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. So the Sama Vayama is 4 supreme efforts. Right mindfulness is same with the 4 foundation and mindfulness. And right concentration according to Sutta is 4 jhana. Okay, so this is a. Now, according to Sutta is a 4th jhana. Okay, so 4 jhana. In Abhidhamma, we have 5 jhana, right? So there's a in Sutta, in Abhidhamma, is a 5 jhana. In Abhidhamma way, okay? In Abhidhamma way. So in Sutanda we call it. Because by calculation is different way. So remember when you study the jhana, I'll show you again. So because I think you all might forget already, So I think it's another document. Okay, never mind. All right, so okay. So this one, I think you all know, we need to divide it into, all this we can categorize to 3 groups under the Sila Samadhi Panya. Okay, Sila Samadhi Panya. Alright. So Sila will be these 3. So these 3 is under Sila. Samadhi will be Vayama, the last 3. Vayama Sati Samadhi is under the Samadhi group. And then the Panya group will be under the Samadhiti and Samasankappa. Okay. So I will just stop here. So we have 5-minute break and then we continue. Okay, I will start again. All right, so these 8 path factors are very familiar to you. Samadhi is the first one, right? Understanding. Samadhi is same with Dhamma Vicaya. Okay, so you see just now already. Okay, now it's the understanding of the 4 noble truths. Understand the law of karma. Understand anicca, dukkha, anatta, the nature of matter. So this is important here. So this is same with the Dhamma Vicaya. This is So same with the Dhamma Vicaya is understanding the 4 noble truths, law and karma. All right. So not just the 4 noble truths and also normal things like karma and also anicca, dukkha, anatta. All right. So this is important for us to know what is a samadhi. Now, sama sankappa, right? Right thought, right intention. Its function is to take the consciousness to the object. So in the Satipatthana, in many places, is explained as the thoughts of renunciation, thoughts of goodwill, and thoughts of harmlessness. That means the thoughts of not killing and the thoughts of not being cruel to other beings. Right? Actually, it's a vitaka. Initial application direct towards these things. So in ultimate sense, is the vitaka. So I think the rest is okay. It's okay. Now we need to read something about jhana here. Okay. Somebody read, please. Yeah. Sister Poiliu, can you read? Yeah.
Saji, the azan is very loud.
This.
Muslim prayer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we cannot hear the player. No sound player.
Okay, wait, because my house is near the mosque.
Okay.
If you have read the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, you understand this. In the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, in the section on Dhammanupassana, the definition of these 8 factors is given. When the Buddha gave the definition of Sama Samadhi, the Buddha described the 4 jhanas according to the fourfold method. Strictly according to that definition, Sama Samadhi means Jhana Samadhi. But before you reach Jhana Samadhi, you reach neighborhood Samadhi. Before Jhana Samadhi, there has to be some kind of Samadhi. Both neighborhood Samadhi and Jhana Samadhi can be called Sama Samadhi.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, all right. Yes, okay. So this means that not just according to Sayadaw U Silanana, not just only jhana. All right. This means that now what is neighborhood samadhi, right? Okay, neighborhood samadhi is we call it upachara samadhi. So this is called upachara. Upachara samadhi means is just before entering to jhana. All right. So upachara samadhi. According to Sayadaw Usilananda, before you enter the jhana, you also can have this sama samadhi. And according to vipassana, this we call it the momentary concentration is same with the this upachara samadhi. Right. So momentary concentration is in vipassana. Moment concentration in vipassana is same as the neighborhood samadhi, because if people who practice vipassana, pure vipassana, they will not get any jhana. All right, then if we say like that, then it seems to be they don't have the sama samadhi. But if we take it the momentary concentration in vipassana, then it's the same with the sama samadhi. Okay, so far I think I covered all the important point. So any question about this before we go for next category? Any question? All right, so I think this quite easy to understand. You just need to read and try to practice this in meditation to see all these Maggaṅga, Bojjhaṅga. So today I only finished 2, Bojjhaṅga and Maggaṅga. All right, so next one will be on this. Actually, it's another subsection. All right, so before we go for the subsection, the next one. Now, we already say the first one, remember, we are talking about there are 7 categories and 37 division. So, remember when we started this on this document, so we have the 37 okay, 37 body pakaya dhamma, right? So when you calculate them, you have 37. So we already finished the satipatthana. We already go through the samapadana last week or the week before, iddhipada, indriya, bala. Today we finished the bojjhaṅga and Maggaṅga, right? So need to put the okay. There's a keyboard problem, so I'm trying another way to put the end dot. Yeah. All right. So today we finished these 2. Right. Okay. So if you calculate, they are all together are 37 based on the category here. And based on this one, when they associate with Elokutara Chitta, 42 Chitta, so 8 Mahakusala, when you're practicing Vipassana, actually your mind should be on this Mahakusala. So Arahan will be, when they practice Vipassana, they will be under the 8 Mahakriya. And people, if they get jhana, they will be 26 Apanajavana, right? So that's how you get all the numbers. Okay. And this one in the book, it will say this one, right? So you have to really go and calculate. So how you get all these facts. Okay. So all these are numbers, I will skip it. Okay. If you want to learn how to calculate, you have to refer to Bhikkhu Bodhi book. Right. And then you will see these charts on the Bhikkhu Bodhi book, page 284. You will see like all the mental factors here and all the this one, the requisite enlightenment, the 37, for foundation mindfulness, effort. This is what is it? Yeah, and then Indriya, power, and this one just now, Bojjhaṅga, and then Maggaṅga. and then which one belong to what. So you will get all the number like 9, 8, 1, 1, 1. So this is just for numbers only. So if you're interested, you can calculate yourself and this one. Okay. So I think I will not go through because no point to learn all the numbers because you all cannot remember. I also cannot remember. Right? So for this fundamental Abhidhamma, you have to check again with the comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. All right. So I will just go to the next one. Next one is called Sabba Sangaha. This is the next subsection. So this is actually easy to learn because you're already familiar with the Khanda, Upadana Khanda, aggregate of clinging, Ayatana, base, Dhatu, element, and then the Arya Satya, noble truth. Right? Now, Khanda is composed of Paramata, except Nibbana. Upadana Khanda is composed of 3 Paramata Dhamma, pertaining only to mundane. Right, and so on. Okay, so let's go for the Khanda first. Now, Khanda, I taught you all before. I think you are familiar with this. So, Khanda is aggregate. So, you have the Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, Sanya Khanda, Sankala Khanda, and Vijnana Khanda. So, Rupa is the body, 28. Vedana is feeling. This is a mental noting or mental perception. Sanya Khanda. Sankala Khanda will be mental formation, Cetasika, 50 only. Because when you're 52, you minus the Vedana and Sanya, you only got 50. And Vijnana is consciousness, all right? So let's go back to my notes. Right. So we will have this under this category, Sabba Sangaha. So you have the 5 aggregates. I will repeat again because I read through just now. So we have these 5 aggregates will be Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, Sanya Khanda, Sankala Khanda, Vijnana Khanda. All right. So this is the information. This is a translation. So after that, we need to insert a column to the right and just insert another one on the left. Okay. So now we always need to check what is a Paramata Dhamma. All right. Now, Rupa Khanda refer to 28 Rupa. So feeling refer to 3 types of feeling or 5 types of feeling or depends on how you calculate. Vedana, right? So Sanya Khanda refer to Sanya. Now Sankala refer to 50 Cetasika. Because normally we have 52. So after you minus the Sanya and Vedana, you only got 50. I actually go through this one on the first chapter, I think. So Vijnana Khanda refer to 89 consciousness, 89 Chittas. All right. Okay. Now here, so after you learn this one, you need to always summarize to Namarupa. Okay. Because as we learn, because it's impossible for you to note the 5 aggregates every time you meditate, but at least you should try to note which is Nama and which is Rupa. Okay. So, all right, Sister Guango. All right. So which one is Rupa? Which one is Nama?
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
Rupa Khanda?
Yes, Rupa Khanda is?
Rupa.
Okay. Now, which one is Nama?
Nama is Vedana, Sanya, Sankara. That one is Nama.
Okay. How about Vijnana?
Vijnana is Chitta.
Okay. No. When we see Nama, okay, what is Nama? Nama means Chitta and Cetasika, all right? Okay. So, Vedana, Sanya, Sankala. Okay, these 3 actually is Cetasika. Then Vijnana is Chitta. But when you combine, these are nama. All right, Sister Gao.
Okay.
Okay. So because this is a cetasika, sanya is cetasika, sankala is cetasika, but vijnana is chitta. So nama means chitta and cetasika. So rupa is here, nama like this. Okay. So when you meditate, at first you start with nama rupa. But sooner or later, you need to move on to 5 aggregates to not in detail which one is rupa, which is a feeling, what is your perception, what is your mental formation, and what kind of consciousnesses will arise. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so nama rupa.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So let's look at the Bhikkhu Bodhi book. Now, why do we learn 5 aggregates? Because in many suttas, the Buddha actually mentioned about 5 aggregates. Okay, somebody read. Brother King? Yeah. Can you read 5 aggregates? Yeah.
Okay, the 5 aggregates. The word kanda is understood in the sense of group, mass, or aggregates, rasi. The Buddha analyzes the living being into these 5 groups. In the suttas, he states, whatever kind of materiality there is, whether past, future, or present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, this is called the materiality aggregate. The same method is applied to the other 4 aggregates. The relationship between the 5 aggregates and the 4 ultimate realities has been explained above.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Yep.
So 5 aggregates kanda means group, mass, or aggregate rasi. All right. So the Buddha analyzes. So all the beings, normally the beings, not all the beings, because like those in alupa, they don't have a lupa. All right. So normally being will have 5. And this is we call it, normally you see in the sutta like this. You have to see in this way, whatever past, future, present, internal, external, gross, and subtle. Normally, I think there's 11 way here. You have to see not just the material, but it's also other 4 aggregates. See them as all these are impermanence, all right? So when we go back to just now, so remember the purpose of study the Abhidhamma, beside trying to see nama rupa, we also try to see detail 5 aggregates. So I think next week we'll go for ayatana and dhatu. Right. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, 5 aggregate, and always remember you need to put 5 aggregates. Always you need to know these 5 aggregates. Then after that you need to know the meaning. Right. After that you need to know the Paramada Dhamma. As an Abhidhamma student, your mind must reach this state, all right? Then then you can summarize it as Namarupa. Or in Vipassana practice, actually most of the time we only see the Namarupa, but also try to contemplate the feeling, perception whenever possible. All right, so we need to read the Bhikkhu Bodhi book for the more information on these 5 aggregates, all right? Okay, now. Okay, so somebody read this one. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, somebody read 1, 2, 3 here. Shinlin, can you read? Yeah. Shinlin, are you here? I think she's not here. All right, if not, Subang, can you read? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
The first one is Rupa Kanda, the aggregate of Rupa. The aggregate of Rupa in reality is the 28 material properties. Each one of these 28 material properties is called an aggregate. The second is Vedana Kanda. Feeling can be internal or external. Feeling can be gross or subtle, and so on. So even one feeling is called an aggregate. The third one is Sanya Kanda, perception aggregate. You know sanya. Sanya is something that makes a mark of the object. One sanya here is called aggregate of sanya because sanya can be past, future, present, and so on.
Okay.
The fourth
Yeah.
is Sankara Kanda. Sankara Kanda is comprised of 50 chetasikas. All the chetasikas except Vedana and Sanya. Among the 50 chetasikas, there is Chetana. Now you know that Chetasika, Chetana. And you know that Chetana is karma. In prolonging suffering, in samsara, Chetana is an active factor. Chetana urges us to do something. Therefore, we acquire karma and so on. Chetana is predominant among the other chetasikas. All these 50 chetasikas are collectively called Sankara Kanda. Sankara means Chetana. Aggregate of Sankara means aggregate headed by Chetana or aggregate that has Chetana as its head. Therefore, Sankara Kanda means the remaining 50 chetasikas. Pasa is also included in Sankara Kanda. Vedana and Sanya are not included. Chetana is included in Sankara Kanda. Ekagata and other mental factors are included in Sankara Kanda. The remaining 50 chetasikas are called Sankara Kandas.
Okay. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
Here also, one Chetasika is called Sankara Kanda. For example, Chetana is called Sankara Kanda. Pasa is called Sankara Kanda. Each one of them can be divided into past, future, present, and so on. The fifth is Vijnana Kanda, the aggregate of consciousness. It is comprised of 88, 89, or 121 chetas. Rupa Kanda means 28 rupas according to Paramattha Dhamma, ultimate reality. Vedana Kanda means Vedana. Sanya Kanda means Sanya. Sankara Kanda means 50 chetasikas. Vijnana Kanda means 89 or 121 chetas. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. Now, so you know the numbers already. 28 rupas, 3 or 5 Vedana, Sanya. What's the meaning of Sanya? Sanya means we call it making the marks. All right. Marking the object in a way. So this one, the mental formation, sometimes it has the chetana. Chetana means the one that create the karma. And then it has the pasa, contact, the contact. Actually, it's a big group here. Because under 52 chetasika, when you take out the sanya and vedana, the remaining under 50 chetasika. So normally when we meditate, it's very easy to meditate the vedana. So when your mind you see something like we call it like color, like blue color or yellow color, you make a mark, oh this is a blue color, or you see a car, you mark it, oh it's a car. When you see a dog, you know it's a dog. So your mind already make a mark. That's a sanya. And then Sankala is a lot, but we can take certain things very obvious, like the Chetana that create the karma, all right? So when you have a good view, bad view is under Sankara Kanda. So when your mind contact with the object is under Passa, all right? So Sankara is a big group here. So in meditation, normally we not the intention to walk, all right? Intention to do this one in terms of meditation. So it's a very easy to see Sankala when we not the intention to walk, intention to do something and so on. Sankala Kanda. So last one will be any consciousness is under Vijnana Kanda. All right. So in brief, it's only Namarupa. I think we can stop today. It's a lot already. Okay. So anyway, you all see the notes. I will share with you all later, and then just try to digest by yourself, because I think we should finish in the middle of April or earlier. Okay. So let me see the chanting book. Okay. Okay. Today,
Kathy,
who want to volunteer? Yes. Yeah.
sorry, the assignment you want to give earlier or not?
Yeah. I will give later. I will message tomorrow lah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not until the
And
last class, no time to do.
no, I definitely will give now. All right. So you definitely will have time to do. No worry. Okay. You can write 10 pages, or if you write, you can write 20 pages also can. Okay. I mean, you all can write as much as you can. So if you are interested, you can write 20 pages. If you are just want to be, but I think I see some of the students, even though I say 10 pages, they are 10 pages is a lot of space in between. so, so, so try not to put like one line, one blank, one line, one blank. It's actually, I calculate, I know already. And then some of the students write a lot, but it's okay because I can read very fast. Okay. All right. So today, who will do the sharing of merits? Okay. Thomas, you want to try? Let me open the document.
I can try.
Okay. Okay. So we put the hand together and we recite. Thomas, you read the English, Pali and English, please. Yeah. Okay.
Kamayachana, forgiveness of faults. Kayena vachachitena pamadena maya katam achayam kama mebante buripanya datagata. Kayena vachachitena pamadena maya katam achayam kama medamma sanditika akalika. Kayena vachachitena pamadena maya katam achayam kama mesanga supatipana anuttara. By body, speech, and mind, if I have committed any wrong heedlessly, may the Buddha, who has extensive wisdom, forgive me. By body, speech, and mind, if I have committed any wrong heedlessly, may the Dhamma that is realized by oneself with immediate effect forgive me. By body, speech, and mind, I have committed any wrong heedlessly. If I have committed any wrong heedlessly, may the Sangha that has good practice and incomparable forgive me. Sharing the merits with all being. Imam no punya bhagam sabba satanam dema. Imam no punya bhagam sabba satanam dema. Imam no punya bhagam sabba satanam dema. We share these merits with all sentient beings. May they obtain these merits and always be well and happy. Sharing of merits with the departed ones. Idam no nyatinam hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam no nyatinam hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam no nyatinam hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Let this merit go to our relatives. May our relatives be happy. Anumodana, sharing the merit with devas. Akasata Chabumata Deva Naga Mahidika Punyam Tam Anumoditva Chiram Rakantu Sasanam. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect the dispensation of the Buddha. Akasata Chabumata Deva Naga Mahidika Punyam Tam Manumoditva Chiram Rakantu Desanam. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas of mighty powers having shared these merits, long protect the teaching of the Buddha. Akasata Jabumata Deva Naga Mahidika Punyam Tam Anumoditva Chiram Rakantu Mamparanti. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect me and others. The blessing. Ayurarogya sampati, sagga sampati mevacha, ato nibbana sampati, imina te samijatu. Longevity, good health, a rebirth in the heaven, and the attainment of Nibbana. May you achieve these by this merit. A blessing to the world. Devo vasatu kalena sasa sampatti hotucha pito bhavatu lokocha raja bhavatu dhammiko. May the rain fall at suitable times. May the crops be abundant. May the world be prosperous. May the king be righteous. Patana, aspiration. Ada imaya patipadaya charamaranamha parimuchisami idamme punyam asavakahayavaham hotu idamme punyam nibanasa pachayo hotu idamme silam maggafala nyanasa pachayo hotu. Indeed, by this mental training, I shall surely be freed from aging, sickness, and death. By my merit, may I eradicate all defilements. May my merit be conducive to the attainment of Nibbana. May my observance of morality be a condition to attain path and fruition knowledge. Imina punyakamena mame balasamagamo satam samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. By this merit that I have acquired, may I never meet foolish persons. May I meet the wise and virtuous person until I attain Nibbana. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. May the Buddha's dispensation last long in the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Thomas, you have improved a lot since last time you chant, Just
Thank
want
you.
to, yeah, you long and short. I think you get it right. Just want to make one point here. I think when I listen to you, I always remember when you say PH, you always have the F sound. It's not F. You pronounce the F sound, but it's actually PA, PH sound.
Can you give me an example of what word?
PH, this one, the one I highlight here, PH.
Yes, phala.
We sound like when I listen, it sounds like F sound from you, not F.
And what is correct? How should
Ha,
it sound?
ha,
Phala, magaphala.
yeah, ha.
Okay, yeah.
You need to have a kind of puff of wind. Ha, ha. Can you see my mouth? Ha, ha.
No, I cannot see you, but I can hear you. Phala,
Okay, you cannot see me.
phala. Okay.
I opened the screen already. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I think it's okay.